farm friends, it's Shelby, the Fit Foodie Farmer, out here in the greenhouse. So today I'm out here in my greenhouse and I wanted to take just a second, oh Lord, this hair, messy. Put my sunglasses up here, maybe tame it down a little bit. I wanted to take just a minute to come out here and talk to you guys about a couple of terms you might have heard, especially if you're new to gardening, that you may not be familiar with. And it may be kind of confusing because I know it was for me a couple years ago. This is my fourth year having a garden. I would say my second year, last year, was where I started becoming more successful. I started doing more research and just watching other YouTubes to learn as much as I could. So I have been in your shoes if you are a new gardener and you have no idea where to start. As a matter of fact, I'm still in your shoes when it comes to a lot of things with gardening, because if you think you know everything, then clearly you don't know everything. So I wanted to talk to you today about two terms that you may not be real familiar with, and that is direct sow versus transplanting. Now, direct sow is the easiest term that I can kind of start to describe to you. Direct sow literally just means you take a seed, you throw it in the ground. You directly sowed the seed in the ground. And a couple, I guess plant varieties that like to be direct sowed. I don't know what the proper grammar there is or the terminology to that. Oh well. So the seeds that like to be directly thrown into the ground, I just found out about this. So this mustard spinach tender greens, I just bought these in my latest botanical interest haul because I had never had mustard greens before. I love mustard. I love greens, and I've never had these, so I really wanted to try them. So I was trying to... The camera kind of went dark on me. I don't know. I was starting to direct sow these, made my little label up and everything, and then I read the back of the seed packet, and it says, when to start inside, not recommended. Transplant stress can cause plants to bolt, and bolt means to prematurely flower, and you might be wondering how I know all of this. It is clearly said on the back of the seed packet exactly how to do this. So, mustard greens is not one that likes to be transplanted, which means you're going to start it early. It likes to be thrown directly in the ground. Now, this one is interesting. These beet seeds, this is a new variety to me. This is the avalanche beet. It's a white one, so I'm going to see how I like that this year because I've never tried them before. But I always thought a root vegetable, beets, carrots, turnips, rutabaga, stuff like that, didn't like to be transplanted because the root would be disturbed once you plucked it out of its little seed tray here, and it wouldn't do good. But apparently I am just learning that with beets, at least, and I guess you could probably do turnips, maybe rutabagas, but beets, I've seen a lot of people that I like to follow starting their beets early and transplanting them out, and they say that they do really well. So I'm actually going to try that, so stay tuned for how they do. I've got some started in the house right now, but I'm excited to try this white variety of beets, so I'll let you know how I like those compared to some of the other more traditional just red beet varieties. There's more than one way to skin a cat. Whenever the greenhouse is too hot for my camera, I'll just come up here and freeze on the porch. So this is Rousey, for everybody that doesn't know Rousey. She is my child. So anyway, on to transplanting. So transplanting, what that means is you are going to take your seeds and you are going to start them in a seed tray like this inside. So For this star flower here, that's one that I'm so super duper excited about growing. This one on the back of the botanical seed packet, it says when to sow outside. So that means direct sow. 1 to 2 weeks after your last average frost date. When to start inside, that means transplanting it out. That is recommended, and it says that in all caps. 6 to 8 weeks before your average last frost date. And it even gives you that the ideal soil temp for germination is going to be 65 to 70 degrees, and I keep it about 65 in my house. So the back of the seed packet gives you a lot of information. So if you don't know, if you're growing a new variety that you've never grown before, or you're totally new to gardening, make sure you check the backs of those seed packets, because it gives you a lot of good information that you need to know. For transplanting, these are some of my broccoli starts that I started a while ago, probably back in around Valentine's Day. I think I started most all of my veggies that were going outside early spring. So these, all I have to do is take these outside whenever I'm ready to plant. These are going to be going in my raised beds, and I'm just going to take like my finger, a pencil, a paintbrush, a stick even, and I'm just going to pop the little seedling out at the root, and then I'm going to have a whole little root ball, and I'll show you a picture of when I was up potting these, of what that looks like. And I'm just going to take it when it's a little bit bigger. You'll see that right here they're starting to get their first little true leaves, and these are not their true leaves. Like these that are starting to kind of look like a broccoli plant, those are the true leaves. So once it gets a little bit bigger, it gets some bigger true leaves and a couple more true leaves, and I harden them off, which means I get them used to being outside in the elements. Then I will plant them in my raised bed. So I'm going to be transplanting them from this seed tray to the raised bed. So that's all that direct sow versus transplanting means. So if you come across those terms and you have no idea what it is, I hope that made a little bit more sense to you. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm not necessarily saying that I am a pro at all, because I am still learning with you guys, but any kind of knowledge or anything that I have on gardening, I really want to pass along to you guys and hopefully encourage and empower y'all to try gardening, because it is amazing. But I'm going to leave y'all with that for today. We've got Deuce and Rousey to help me in the video. But if you like this video, if you found it helpful, please like and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to try to put more content out just like this on farming, gardening, fitness, food, anything like that. If you're interested in, make sure you subscribe so you're notified whenever I put out a new video. But I hope that y'all have an awesome rest of your evening or morning whenever you're watching this, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Bye, y'all. And I just hit that door, or I just hit that panel. You can tell I'm not a professional at this by any means. Let me try to move this and hopefully this doesn't fall. Out here in the greenhouse, we're all frying right now. Now, for direct sowing, or for transplanting, let me try that again.